Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm working with a new setup today, so please forgive me if I shift around a little bit. I wanted to do a pick a card reading for everybody today, so I'm going to just choose a few decks on information that wants to come through, and then we will get into the messages. Alright. So I'm just going to do 3 really quick, but I'm going to shuffle them. If you guys are interested, this is the Wisdom of the House of Night or Oracle cards from PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. I have the Wisdom Healing, Crystal Wisdom Healing cards. The activated geometry. I got a few new decks, so I'm not quite 100% on their names. Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle from Flo. The Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle is from Judy Hall, and then the Goddess Guidance Oracle from Doreen Virtue. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley. I have some offerings here on YouTube, but I have way more offerings on Patreon if you want to join me there. I have daily videos, weekly videos, and lots of other content. I'm still going to have some on YouTube, like these picker cards. And my zodiac signs that I just started doing, but you know, anything to do with like relationships, connections, divine feminine, divine masculine, those are all going to be on my Patreon. I even have like a midnight reading where I pull in my masculines or my divine masculine's energy. He is actually 7 to 8 hours ahead of me, so I can pull in his energy when he's in his sun energy, his yang energy, when I am in my yin energy with the moon. So pretty powerful stuff, guys, if you guys want to check that out. Alright, I'm just building the piles really quick here. And because these, actually all 4 of these are new to me in recent months, I will, if I don't get any intuition from them, I will be pulling the books and the book interpretation for them. So, alright guys, I'll give you a second to decide. So we have, I'm going to say this is, I'm hoping that this is pile number 1 for you guys on your left. If not, please comment and let me know. Pile number 2, and then pile number 3. So I'll give you a second to decide while I get the books out, just in case we need them. And then, of course, I'll timestamp these. So let's get into number 1. I'm just going to push 2 and 3 off to the side. So the first card we get is healing. So we have that healing activation. I want to get it as far to the camera as I can so you guys can see that. So it says, the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by continuously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Beautiful. If I haven't said it before, this is just what the universe wants you guys to know right now. So something that'll help you right now. So whoever chose number 1, it is about healing. We have lust for the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. You know, lust is not a bad thing, but we'll get back to it once we see all the cards. We have Aphrodite, Inner Goddess. Aphrodite is definitely a good one to go with lust. It says, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. And then we have rose quartz. Rose quartz is a healing stone. So that this is Yeah. Okay, guys. So I don't normally get into this because I try and be PC, but there not PC. I try and be rated G is what I'm trying to say. But there is a part of there's part of all of, like, a fraction of us people who, sorry, this is, yeah. This is not something I talk about except for with my closest friends, so bear with me, guys. This is about sexual healing. So whoever chose number 1 needs to have some sexual healing in their life. It is something I have gone through in my life. I was raised very conservatively, so getting out there and being Aphrodite, embracing that inner goddess, and I'm blushing, guys, can you see it? Taking control of your sexuality and your sex life in a healthy way with boundaries, and with somebody that you can enjoy yourself with, somebody that you can trust, and even if you have somebody you can love that, if you're in a relationship with somebody that you love and you want to explore things, that is a very... It's not a bad thing. It's not something to feel guilty or shameful about. There's a sense of intimacy, a sense of passion, a sense of vulnerability that comes with having that sexual healing, but we need it sometimes. It is part of us, just like eating and breathing and being, it's a part of me, as I am a brunette and have green eyes. I can't change that, nor can I change the fact that we're, as a divine feminine, I'm a sexual being. As divine masculines, you're sexual beings as well. We are all sexual beings, especially those of us who resonate with the twin flame path. Lust, obsession, passion, sexual intimacy is a huge part of that twin flame path. So yeah, guys, whoever needs to hear this, set yourself free. I don't talk about my sexual life in depth because that's just who I am. I'm not shameful of it. I don't feel guilty about it. But when you can be intimate with somebody and make them feel the best that they can feel, and make you feel the best, and have them make you feel the best that you can feel within a healthy relationship, in a healthy, even if it's just, I'm not here to say, that relationship is what is right, or a one night stand is what's right. What is what's right for you. But when you have that acknowledgement that the two of you are coming together in a healthy space, and you both can have boundaries, and you can say yes when you want to say yes and no when you want to say no, that's a beautiful thing, guys. So, yeah, maybe some of you guys needed to have a bit of healing in that aspect. Also, if you are in a relationship and things have kind of died down, don't be afraid to ask for what you need and desire. Be okay with somebody saying no, I'm not there yet. That's not something I'm comfortable with. But I'm always the person that, it doesn't hurt to ask. So, happy sexual healing for those of you who chose pile 1. On to pile 2, guys. All right, that was spicy. This is the crown chakra activation. We have honesty, beautiful card. We have, the butterfly maiden. And then we have the Herkimer diamond. I've heard of this before. I've had this in meditations before, but I can't quite remember what this is from. So I will look up the Herkimer diamond here really quick, and then we'll get into what is going on. I have a bit of a picture. Okay, so the Herkimer diamond is intense energy. Powerful energy generates that generators that access and release past life information. Herkimer diamond make excellent shields against geopathic stress and EMFs. This crystal works beyond the physical levels of being to bring harmony to the energy bodies and the soul. It says, keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying causes of your disease. You may be particularly sensitive to EMF frequencies, radioactivity, and detrimental earth energies. You may also be physically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. Third eye chakra is one down from the crown chakra. The crown chakra is where all the information that from spirit comes into you. It is also where like universal energy comes into to your being. And it says the frequency of crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmutate negative energies into light. So this is about you guys out there that haven't, you know, you might not be quite on your spiritual path. You might not be, I'm going to read the Butterfly Maiden before I get into it. Butterfly Maiden says, you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So, you guys might be starting on your spiritual path, or starting on a new area of your spiritual path, and that really starts with the crown chakra. Herkimer diamond has a lot to do with the negative energies as well as the crown chakra, and the third eye is the next chakra down from the crown chakra, and it has a lot when our third eye is activated or crown is activated, we get a lot of those visions. Whenever I channel for people, I get a lot of pressure, not like bad pressure, but I just get pressure in my crown chakra and in my third eye because I have information coming in and then I start getting visions. So you guys are in a transformative space right now, and I really feel like this honesty came up for you guys because you need to be honest with yourself about it. We are all beautiful spiritual beings, and we all have a path to take in life, whether it is, you know, a path of physicality or a path of spirituality, a path of the emotions, or a path of the logical mind. We can all bring spirituality into those things. We don't have to separate the two. If you are somebody who goes to work as an accountant, the fact that you are a spiritual being and that you work on your light day by day and your emotional sensitivity and balancing yourself it coincides with that, because you can go to work and you can be that safe place for people. And it doesn't matter if you talk to them at lunch or if you're the shoulder to cry on or not for them. The fact that your energy has risen so much and that you've worked on raising your energy, that is what it's all about. Like, when you are in a higher state, you trigger other people to be in a higher state. This is why, like, I go back to twin flames because I am a twin flame. But a lot of times one twin will be ahead of another, because when one twin ascends and one twin goes into their power, the second twin has no choice but to face themselves and their healing and their spiritual path, because just by inertia, one twin raises another. It's the same thing with humans. When you're around people that are a higher vibration than you all the time, by inertia, you'll have the opportunity to raise. It's the same thing with lower vibrations. If you have people that are in victimhood and in depression and have these things happening to them and they won't look within themselves for healing, you are by inertia pulled down. So I think I'm really sure that this is you guys stepping into your power and stepping into your power as spiritual beings, and be honest with yourself about it, because honesty is going to get you the fastest place to your spiritual path and through your spiritual path. I denied my spiritual path for many, many years, and it caused me a lot of physical ailments. It caused me migraines, it caused me allergies, or like horrible allergies, like food sensitivity allergies, where if I eat anything, of a certain thing that was in stuff, like I would immediately have like muscle tension and severe migraines, and I would have vertigo, and I would start throwing up, and I would have pain so bad that I would have to be on like a lot more than Tylenol and ibuprofen, and I just sat in misery for many years. But it's because I was denying who I was at my core, and my body was responding to that. So be honest with yourself, guys. If you need help with it, ask your guides, ask your angels, get out in nature, meditate. I love water as a vibration, to bring in, to clear out things. I always have candles burning around me, because not only am I a Leo and that's a fire sign, but like it's a clearing thing. So, yeah. Good luck on your path, and I'm excited to see what you're gonna, pile number 2, whoever picked that, I'm excited to see what you're gonna bring out, because you're obviously very, like, your guides are, you're protected in this. You just need to be honest about yourself. All right, pile number 3, guys, we have discernment. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I hope that there's somebody who picked all 3, because I feel like that these are going to be together. We have playfulness, or playful. It's a cat, so of course I remember what that one means. And then we have Dana, the High Priestess, and then we have the Smoky Quartz, Celestial. Again, I don't know this one, so we'll get into it, but I'll read discernment really quick. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So I'm just going to hold that up a little bit longer for you guys to see if you can get that activation going. It shouldn't take long. The High Priestess says, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. And then we'll get into Smoky Quartz Celestial, and then see what the picture of this message. It's a transmutational magic stone. That's great. A stone for karmic healing. Smoky Quartz Celestial. I'm gonna just karmic healing. It's good enough to show you guys through this reading. Opens into different dimensions and brings powerful transmutation. You have powerful survival instincts and the ability to go where others dare not. Transmutate the past. Realize the darkness is not evil. Facing your deepest fears turns these into golden gifts. You know that death is only a transformation into another stage of being. Take responsibility for your life. Don't let others take control. All right, so that might have been, it probably floated a little bit. That's what happens. But this is telling me a few things. This isn't as clear cut as the other paths, but for pile number 3, here's the thing, guys. You are very spiritual beings, but I really feel like that you are having issues with 2 things. One is that you're having issues with discernment, obviously, because you got the discernment activation. But you are also having issues with being so serious on your path. And this path was, it's a hard path, but it's not one that's meant to be all work and no play. Like, there are so many times that you need to rest and relax, and sometimes resting and relaxing involves you sleeping for 2 days. I've been there. I've been activated enough where, especially in the beginning of my path, where I was just knocked on my butt physically and I couldn't get out of bed, or, I was on a point in my path where, I was doing a lot of purging, so I ended up with like the flu or food poisoning or some random thing that just knocks me out of the blue. And sometimes we needed to have those days that we just relax, but this path is meant to be a positive one. And if you're trudging along like it's something that you just have to endure and get to until the very end, and that's when your payoff is, guys, that's not the I mean, it's a way to do this, and your way is specific to you, and I'm not going to say that that's wrong, but there is another way that is not so hard. And it's a way that you remember that this path is about positivity. It's about healing your inner child, but not only healing your inner child, but letting your inner child out sometimes. We all need that little playfulness, especially Dana talks about how you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. If you come at that as a place of like, I just have to endure being a teacher, I just have to endure this path until the very end, and then my big payoff comes, people are not going to listen to somebody who, I mean, some people will listen because we all have something to say, but when you can't put positivity behind it, when you can't back it up with that it is something that is good in your life and is just something that you have to get through, people understand vibrations, whether they consciously know it or not, and they're gonna feel that within you. As a child, I grew up going to the Lutheran church, and I knew the days that my pastor didn't want to be there, and I knew the days that the people in the pews didn't want to be there. I knew who was there just for looks and who truly believed, because I could feel it. And I mean, these cards are talking about like high levels of spirituality and teaching others. So you have a lot to say. You just need to remember what you put off when you're saying it. So yeah, and I think that like that comes with that's a part of discernment, is not only discernment into the people you have around you and the people that you teach to, because some people, come in as students and they don't want to, they're kind of like the fox energy. My guides are showing me the fox spirit animal. They're kind of like sly and sneaky, and they want to disprove you more than they want to be healed, because they feel like that's what's going to give them control and power over their life, by destroying other people. So it's not only discernment with the people around you that don't want, either consciously or unconsciously don't want you to succeed, but it's discernment within yourself to know, like, I'm just, even if you made a commitment, like I made a commitment to show up every day for my channel and for my Patreon, but there's going to be days where I'm going to be so low vibrational that I will send out that post and that SOS being like, guys, I love you, but if I show up for you today, it is not going to be good for any of us. It's going to do more harm than good. And it's okay to have that discernment within you in your life. And maybe it's that discernment of, you just have a day where you can't be that caregiver or provider, or you just need a break. I mean, this is why people have things like man caves and woman caves and, vacations, or just go out for a massage, or, do things that comfort them, and that you can be gentle with yourself within that, guys. So it is okay to have that discernment and be playful with your life. The spiritual path, again, it's a hard path, and there's many different facets to it, but not, like, I have never heard of a spiritual path that has ever been easy. It's always been worth it, and everything that I've learned in my life, and every, shadow work that I've had to do, every healing that I've had to do, I can sit on the other side of it now and say it was worth it. But it was really hard going through it even today. So, give yourself that play, give yourself that care that you need, and have the discernment within yourself that you just can't show up when you can't show up. Not every, I know culturally we're expected to show up 100% of the time, but it doesn't mean that culture is right. We all need a break sometimes. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that spread. Again, if you want more of me, find me on Patreon. But I will still post every now and then here on my YouTube channel, guys. I'm hoping that this is a little bit better than the camera shaking all the time with being at my small desk. So I'm hoping this setup works for all of us. But yeah, guys, this was fun. Thank you again, and I will see you later.